Hi guys, I'm Shmee, hello and welcome back to the channel where you join me for a very exciting day. It is finally time to head to the home of BMW M to M-Town to collect the newest Shmeemobile, the M8 Competition Coupe. It is a day that has been postponed with everything that's been going on, but I'm now out here in Germany visiting my friend GerCollector and his amazing collection including the M3 CRT, the BMW Z8 and over this side the pair of GTSs, the M3 and the car we're going to be taking today, the M4 GTS, as we make our way over to reveal this new car in Oxford Green. I've revealed the spec, but I haven't even seen a photo of it myself. Today will be the first time we're going to pick it up and bring it back here later on. So let's do this, let's get the M4 GTS out, let's get on the road, and let's go collect the new Shmeemobile, the M8 Competition Coupe. I should add that this is no ordinary car collection day. I am lucky enough to be heading to the home of BMW M, to the M Studio, where I have visited before, but the M8 is going to be revealed in some pretty special company. Plus, we're going to be joined by the CEO of BMW M, Markus Flasch, and we're getting there in the GerCollector M4 GTS. Now, believe me when I tell you, when we start this up in a moment and have the cold start, this thing is going to be loud. Just to take a quick look, though, at the cars that we do have here, the two different generations of the GTS, the M3, the E92 M3 that came first, and then the M4, the F82 that was revealed always with the accent pack, so you have the splitter, the wheels, and the roll cage on the inside in the contrast, but the most hardcore version of the M4, which is soon to see a new generation, but this was a limited run, 700 units in total that they made. Then over the other side, to spin around here, one of the most beautiful cars of all time, the Z8, the 8, of course, a significant number, given today we're heading to collect an M8, and this thing just looks beautiful. And then alongside it, the super rare M3 CRT, the saloon version of that previous generation of the M3. Today, though, is about heading out in the M4 GTS to get to M-Town to go and take delivery of the M8. So let's get this started up, get on out on the roads, and go see the new car. This is, of course, an amazing garage, but it is time then to hear this, and it will get louder after it starts up. So, let's hear it. To get out, and then we'll hop in and continue the journey. Before climbing in, look at this. We've got the scaffolding, or rather the roll cage inside the back. There's a fire extinguisher down there. We've got the fixed rear wing on the back. This is a track version of the M4. So let's climb on board. Even the door cards are replaced. Inside here, we've got a grab handle, all the door closed. The GTS badging here on the dashboard. Well, let's get on the way and head on over. Out onto the autobahn we go, and this car sounds so good. Those lift-off noises you get out of it. The burbles as well. That's funny. Yeah, so many of those. This is where it's go, go, go. We've got an M8 to collect. Open autobahn and a very, very capable BMW M4 GTS. Actually, really capable M4 GTS, 270 kilometers per hour. Perfect. M8 Competition Grand Coupe going past, very topical given where we are headed. That looks good on the road, the 4-door version of course, whereas we're going to pick up a 2-door. And we're not too far away, in fact. This is our exit. We are arriving! BMW M, welcome to M-Town. This is exactly where we are coming to visit. Those burbles are a little bit ridiculous. Oh, X6M. Lovely, lovely. BMW M. We'll get this parked up and head on inside. This is it then. The M Studio, the car is inside. Let's go on in. M-Town, enter at your own risk. Let's go and take a look at this M8 and some amazing cars on display inside here. We'll have a quick walk around as well, but behind this M2 we have the M8 Competition. Look at this. The colour, Oxford Green, comes from the older generation 8 Series. It was not one of the most common colours found, but I think they built about 800 of them. I like a good storyline, it connects back to that. But look at this, the M8 Competition. It's got the 4.4 litre twin-power turbo V8, 625 horsepower. The MX Drive, all-wheel drive system. Very highly optioned. We've got all of the carbon fibre on the exterior. We're going to be fitting some M Performance parts as well. Carbon mirror caps. The inside is Silverstone. Let's open this up. Oh, look at that. How smart is this? This is fantastic. The green and the light silver, a very classic combination, an elegant combination for a car like this. We've got the carbon fibre roof. This is absolutely glorious. Look at this car. Look at this. The 8 Series, from the moment it launched, I knew that this was going to be a winner. And now just look at it here, surrounded by some amazing company as well. A birch green M8 Competition convertible, M8 Grand Coupe, X5, the new M2 CS. We've got the M4 GT4, the new M2 CS Racing, the M2 Competition by Futura 2000 with the paintwork over it. This is Verde Hermes on the Grand Coupe as well. What an amazing array of cars here inside the M Studio. And then look at this. This is amazing. This is genuinely, absolutely fantastic. I hope this specification was going to work. It was a little bit sight unseen because I think at the moment it's the only one done in this colour. But this works so very well. I'm going to come through and take a seat. Just step inside for the moment. Look at this. We'll be going through everything in detail. But my first seat inside, 19 kilometers on the clock, brand new. We've got to look after it. Gentle run-in process. This is fantastic. M8 Competition. Wow, 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 wow. Here we are. This car's going to be doing a lot of miles around Germany in the coming up period. This is absolutely fantastic. We are joined now then by Markus.
Hey Tim, nice to have you here.
Well, thank you very much. I mean, this, I'm looking at it, it's stunning.
It's a fantastic configuration. Compliments.
Thank you very much, and thank you for creating such a car to begin with. I've been lucky to drive the M8 a few times, and I mean, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's a very capable car in a very elegant combination, and it's got 19 kilometers only yet, so be careful. And
I think it's going to be a gentle running in process, driving as per the rules.
And I heard you're going to bring it back, right, for inspection?
So it'll come back for the inspection at the end of the run-in.
Okay. We got some nice M Performance parts, carbon fiber stuff in our shelves, so I make sure that we prepare something for you.
Well, that sounds very good to me. Any teasers, what we could perhaps add to it?
I'm thinking of doing something to the front skirt, side skirts maybe, and Alcantara steering wheel.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds quite cool.
Like that?
That sounds good to me. That sounds good. I mean, it already looks pretty spectacular. It's going to be even more so. So I guess in a moment we'll have to get it outside.
Yeah, you need the key, right?
Well, will you do the honors for that?
I'll do it. Okay. But one more thing, Tim, we prepared something. I didn't do it myself, but our experts look at the three-dimensional.
That's
effect.
nice.
Yeah, we've put that in for you before you take it.
And that's for the cup holder cover, isn't it? So that will go. I'll just come round and have a quick show of where that goes in the central console, just back here. That's a very, very, very nice detail. That will look lovely. Well, I guess if it's okay with you, we'll take a listen to the car coming into life.
Let's do that.
And then pull it outside. I'm looking forward to hearing this. 19 kilometers. This is, well, it's going to be some fun ahead. Oh, wow. The cold start sounds good. Like I said, 625 horsepower. Get the shutter open, take it out. The shutter's open and we will be able to pull this car out into the sunshine. Oh, look at that colour already. I think you all know how much I appreciate a good colour on a car. And this is fantastic. Late in the day, a dark, dark green, magnificent. While the M8 is currently having that cup holder cover now installed, behind me, something quite interesting under the cover right there, with its headlights turned on. But also, this is my first time seeing the new M2 CS up close. Look at the colour of the wheels they've gone for. this actually looks really, really pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, must be an awesome thing to go out and drive. Hopefully I'll get to experience it before too long as well. As you can tell, it is late in the afternoon, but this car is looking superb. Come and have a look at what else we've got here though. In the Shmee 150 shop, we've got the M8 Generations, the new car, the old car, in a cool design on t-shirts, on hoodies, and more over in the Shmee 150 shop as well. But we're gonna be driving back now with the M8 Competition Coupe and the M4 GTS, two very different BMW M products, both very, very capable. This car's 625 horsepower, but I've got to take it easy to get started. The running in process, as Markus said, I think for the first 2,000 kilometers, you can only use up to about 4,500 RPM as a kind of maximum. You can't use kick down. You have to take it pretty easily and gently overall. Maximum speed 160 kilometers per hour, which is about 100 miles per hour, which normally is a very high number. Here in Germany, of course, we do have the Autobahn. So the car is just about ready. Let me hop on board in just a moment, get it started up, and we will head out with both of these back towards the GerCollection. Okay then, let's bring it into life. There we go, let's turn the radio off. We've got the Shmee 150 cup holder cover installed. Okay, seatbelts on. I have adjusted all the mirrors, got myself comfortable. Obviously, brand new car, needs to be delicately looked after. I can hear the M4 GTS burbling away behind. So, all right then. Go into reverse just to avoid the little curb we have right here at the moment. GerCollector will come past. I will go backwards and we will head on out then towards the GerCollection. Okay, this is cool. We've got a very, very low sun in front, which is not helping, but it's good to be back in an 8 Series. From the first day I drove an 8 Series, the M850i, even back when it was actually introduced for the first time at Le Mans when they were racing the M8 GTE cars, I knew that this was going to be a fantastic car. And listen to that in front. And I've been lucky to drive a number of different versions, even the 840D, the M8, I think Coupe, Convertible and Grand Coupe, the one of 8 you might remember earlier this year. But now in the car that is I think going to do quite a few kilometers over the coming period. Oh, it just instantly, it oozes along, and you know, stop start right now of course, but the engine just effortlessly glides with whatever you give it. And it feels, it's still a sporty dynamic drive. Don't get the car kind of underestimated in any respect to do with that, but it has this just comfort and waftability. I don't know how else to describe it, where it can just cruise along the burbles of the M4 GTS. Perfect. Let's get comfortable. We are going to enter the Autobahn, but safe to say at this point, I haven't done any of the settings, any of the configuration, nothing like that. We are straight, effectively out of the box, M8 Competition. Now you do have two different versions, the M8 and the M8 Competition. The Competition adds 25 horsepower and a few other things in terms of specification, but also in terms of ride settings, control, dampers, etc. We're going to go out onto the Autobahn and, well, we're taking it easy. We're in automatic everything. He is gone and I'm just gently on the throttle, get up to motorway speeds, take it nice and easy. Gentle cruise. What a lovely, lovely, lovely end of the day, and what a day in general to collect this car. Really, really cool that Markus came along as well. Big thanks to everybody at BMW to now be driving this, and well, over the next couple of months, like I said, it's going to do quite a few miles traveling around Germany. Who knows exactly which direction things are going to be heading, but for the time being, it's great to have picked it up. I think I said before in my specification video, going through some of the details, that the car was originally built back in March. Back in mid-March, it was actually assembled at the plant in Dingolfing, not all that far from where we are right now. But with everything, with travel restrictions, etc., this was the first time I was able to get over to my place here to come and collect it. And now, well, now we're just cruising along in the mostly calm, but with a little bit of the sound of the GTS in front. I'm not sure if the cameras can hear it, but I can hear it. We've got all sorts of tech and features in here. Head-up display, adaptive cruise, braking assist, all the safety systems you could imagine, steering assistance, lots of comfort. And you might remember I ran the new M5 about 2 years ago now for a good few months and had quite an amazing time just getting used to that car, particularly here in Germany, riding on the autobahns, taking it easy and experiencing what the car was actually for and getting to know it and really it coming alive. And I know that this is going to be similar. Getting to know it will be the key. And when I do, when I've experienced all the settings and discovered everything it's capable of, I know I'm just going to absolutely fall in love with this car and just driving it and using it. Just sitting on board for a long distance grand touring style journey, but getting to the other end and being perfectly comfortable, ready to go, and having some fun with the car if the roads are suited to doing so. Ah, yes. Yes, yes, this is very good. I tell you what, this is about to sound good. Yes, it did. The beauties of the de-restricted autobahns. Although, like I said, I am restricted. We have now a grand total of 29 kilometers on the clock. Literally about 18 miles or something like that. So, gently does it, nice and easy. Nice gentle cruise in the evening sunset, back towards the garage. Oh. That sounds amazing. That sounded absolutely amazing. I'm just a little bit jealous that I'm taking it easy for a long time. Oh, what a car. See, I haven't spent that much time around the M4 GTS. It's such a collectible car. I mean, the M3 GTS even more so. But the M4 GTS, I think when I drove it, I remember driving the M4 GTS and the M4 CS. The CS came out retrospectively with, I think, a few more usable elements of it. The GTS is really quite hardcore. Here in Germany, where the roads are so beautifully paved, it's actually brilliant. It doesn't really matter so much the ride of a car. You want a more dynamic car, just because they can handle these roads in any capacity. But in the UK, where we have the really rough roads, it's a slightly different ballpark. Here, though, this kind of thing is just right at home. This is the kind of car where you can cruise down the autobahn at 300 kilometers an hour and just be totally chilled. Totally at home, comfortable. Well, I'm back in the garage, so back into gear. We come in down the lift, come out through here, where we started off earlier. A very cool garage with some amazing cars. Here, the GerCollector garage. Absolutely amazing. So I guess we should go park this, probably the other way around, up with all the BMWs. Back where we began then, with a pretty cool view over my shoulder, the M3 GTS and the M4 GTS. Let's open up the door, have a quick little listen to roughly what this is going to sound like. I am looking forward to it being up and ready to rock and roll. Now, you might notice it is currently all set in German, so I do need to go into the car settings to change the language. This is actually really easy. I thought that would be quite a little bit harder to find. English UK. There we go. System language. Set up in 4. Ooh, there's a lot to learn. Let's come back to all of that later. For now, just finish. We can go home. We've got the tiles set up. Just to quickly show, obviously down here we've got the different driving modes and the Shmeemobile logo there. So in setup, this is where you can configure the engine, chassis, steering, braking. The braking is a really cool thing that changes the feel or the immediacy of the brake. You always have 100% available, whether you're in comfort or sport, but it just changes the way it works. And obviously the other dynamic settings in M mode is where you can put the car into the track mode if you press and hold it. Nothing wrong with just doing this as a demonstration. If we then activate track, the central screen goes off, the main dashboard shows you all the track information you could actually want, and this car is basically then driver focused. Look at the head-up display as well, with that full rev counter view, and then you can just press M mode again to bring it back into normal road. So there are a lot of settings, a lot of things we can learn, discover and play with. Obviously, if you turn traction off, this is where you then can also activate MX drive, configure MX drive, and you can go into two-wheel drive if you prefer. It is then a rear-wheel drive machine capable of burnouts and donuts with ease. Four-wheel drive sport, though, I would say is the money spot, the perfect midway mode. But for the time being, we are parked up. We will turn that back on. In fact, given we're in the garage, I will shut it off. We've got things like comfort access, the steering wheel just lifted up. Technology-wise, we've actually got lots. I'm not sure if I can do this with it turned off. Yes, we've got the 360 surround view. We've got reversing assistant, which is super cool. We've got parking assistant. We've got everything that you could possibly to be honest, want to have in such a car. All very easily available. Auxiliary ventilation also available. Lots and lots of good things. The finish in here is really nice. Look at all of this. Look at the quilting on the seats, on the doors. The speaker grills are illuminated behind as well for the Bowles & Wilkins system, which all looks really good. It's kind of a 2+2. Well, you could fit somebody back here. It's not going to be the most comfortable rear in the world. But yes, this is it. The M8, it's been a long time coming, but is now here to be driven and enjoyed. And look at that, actually, getting back out of the car. Look at that in here. This is cool. Green has returned to the Shmeemobiles. It's been a slightly missing colour for the recent past. There's also almost a blue undertone that you can just see in the car, in the paintwork on it as well. Really nice wheel design. We've got the carbon ceramics for the brakes. Top spec, fully loaded basically. Completely everything that I could possibly want to have had on the M8 Competition. And don't forget as well, just inside here, the new products added to the Shmee 150 shop as well. The M8 Generations design, I'll pop the link down to that. You can see obviously the new car and the old car. Really, really cool. I like those myself, so you'll find them down below. But wow, what a day. Taking the M4 GTS from the amazing BMW collection to go and pick up the new Shmeemobile, the M8 Competition Coupe. Well, there's going to be a lot of fun ahead. Really special day to head to the M Studio to meet up with Markus Flasch. What an amazing opportunity. Do check out some of the content they create as well at BMW M, and to have this with the individual touches, the individual paint colour, the individual touch on the interior, and to be bringing it back when the break-in is done, the running in is done, to bring it back for inspection, and then to add some performance parts as well. I cannot wait for. So, early days, but there's a lot to come, many miles to be covered in the new car. So I hope you guys like it as much as I do, but that is it for now, and I'll see you again very soon. Cheers.